That's 9 a.m. You got to be a man of your word. Those are great. Can I still use a rod, though? Well, I don't know. We haven't done much testing, but we'll figure it out. All right, we're going to fish 3 fish. Wait, what? Okay, we're going back to winding. All right, so we are officially starting free-to-play challenges part 2. Is that how they say it? No, stage 2, part 1, 2, and 3. Stage 2, part 1, 2, and 3. So right now we're working on 3 fish species of weighing less than 50 grams. And based on what people were saying last time we worked on challenge or in stage 1, it seems like we want to go right back to that white bream spot potentially and put some really small hooks and bloodworms in the water. Does it have to be different species? It doesn't look like it. It looks like we just can. Looks like we can just catch them. Oh, nice, bad boys. Nice. Merry Christmas to bad boys. All right, so we're going small hook, bloodworm, 6-7 meter clip, something like that, if I remember correctly. Small hook, bloodworm. Yo, what's up, Spirit? Welcome back. I'm doing well. Hope you're doing well. 22, that should be fine. Bloodworm. Actually, I think we want to go as small as possible. So the whole point of this is to catch really small stuff. Did that really go? All right. So this challenge is to catch 3 species of fish weighing less than 50 grams. By the way, we've already caught a river mussel and a crayfish on sweet dough red compost worm and red compost worm. So we're just missing 1. So when we were working on the first stage, we accidentally did 2 of these. So we just need 1 more tiny fish here. You got to imagine that that is going to be pretty doable. Boom! Task accomplished. There is our gudgeon. All right, so there's our details. In this spot, 6-7 meter clip, 24 hook bloodworm. But as you can see, the other ones, one of them we got on a float on sweet dough red compost worm, and the third one we got on loop rig with redworm. All right. Task completed. Where are we headed next? Catch 2 species of fish weighing at least 1 kilo at Mosquito using float. There may be other good ideas for this, but doesn't it just seem like the hey, there's another one, by the way. 42 kilo mussel. So maybe those did have to be different species. I'm not sure, but maybe they did. Doesn't it seem like float for crucian gibbles the way to go here? That's what it seems like to me. Float, crucian, and gibble? Yeah, that's what I would think. That's what I would think. Which might just mean bread, right? Bah humbug, I'm not doing it. That's funny. That might just be bread. Let's do crucian, redworm, semolina. I think I like this semolina idea. I think I like this semolina, and I like pearl barley. Okay. So this is great. We'll be festive. I think just unnecessarily stressful, right? That would be very stressful. Cottage cheese. Interesting. All right. Let's go 12. And semolina. What depth y'all like here? I can't remember. Does 85 sit okay? Been a while since I've floated in this spot. 1 meter? Okay. Mm. I'm gonna. No float fish for me, yucko. All right. Oh, we should put our rod pod out. This is gonna get annoying without it. This might have too heavy of a. Yeah, that might be too heavy of a float for this. Oh, nice, Vancott. Okay, okay. All right, ducks. Oh, the nibbles. All right, what size we got? That's gotta be a kilo. Holy cow. Yeah, that is not a kilo. 727 grams. Okay. Definitely not a kilo. Oh, crap. Also, not a kilo. Although, look at the time of day. This is not the time of day to catch big ones, but let's, we'll make the best of it. Let's put a little bit smaller guy on here so we can actually see, we can see the bite a little better. All right, that's why I like having pearl barley on here because we can see roach. Now, obviously, it would have to be a really big roach to qualify, but okay, maybe this one we actually just go a larger size hook. And semolina seems like it's gonna do the trick. We can just be patient. Oh, common carp, and that is over a kilo, so that counts. 2 species of fish. So that's one. Now we've just got to catch one more species of fish here. We have 2 fish on. I don't think either one of them are going to be big enough. Thinking about going to a little bit bigger hook size. But it's the middle of the day. That's why they're smaller, right? We could go a little bit bigger. All right, there we go. There we go. Small fella. All right, so our first one was, I see you taking our float away. Our first one was a common carp. See what our second one will end up being. It might not be till nighttime, but we'll see. So we are doing stage 2, part 2. We need one more fish that's 1 kilo, and it's got to be on float. Stage 2, part 2. You got chub on pearl barley. Oh, okay, cool. I do have, wait, do I have pearl barley in the water? Cottage cheese, what's on this? Oh, I guess I could put pearl barley just to, oh, hello. What's going on there? Just to mix it up. Between the roach and the pearl bar and the chub. Man. Here, I'll try that for a bit at least. I think we're more likely, at this time of day, we're more likely to see a 1 kilo chub than we are. These crucian gibbles are probably going to be pretty small during this time of day, right? I mean, middle of the day, we could just go for a 1 kilo perch. Truthfully. Maybe we'll get a 1 kilo goy. That would be fun. That would be surprising. Okay, gotcha. So the eyed was slightly different location. Yeah, I think once it gets to be a little later, if we're patient, we'll see a crucian or a gibble, right? I mean, we're bound to. That common roach was halfway there, about 500 grams. Not messing around with these nibbles. You're either on there or you're not. Picked up the wrong one and missed both bites, of course. Way it goes. Oh, on a Moscow worm. That's cool. Okay. During the day, that might be a fun bait to try. I'll try that during the day. That seems fun. We also could see perch on that, I would imagine. All right, first fish on the Moscow is a sleeper. Okay, that's kind of cool. No 2 kilo sleepers though. 10 species on bottom. Yeah, I bet we've already made some progress towards that from the first one as well. Yo, trophy Nace. Love to see it. There you go, Decker Dog. All right, that's our pearl barley. $15.45. I need to switch that first float. It's just hard visually to see. Below 50. That's funny. Yeah, anybody that's still working on that one, I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting to catch that next one. Ooh. Oh, shoot. Just could not get to it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put my rod pod holder out because it's just driving me nuts, like not being able to throw stuff down. Okay, first of all, on this one, I just need to find a different float. Let's just try this. I think that sits down pretty far. I want something that'll... I think I like this one. Yes, that's good. And I've been able to see this one okay, even though it's like sort of stocky. All right, there we go. I like it, I like it, I like it. Now we'll be able to put them down easy enough. All right, Moscow worm, what did you come up with? It's a gibble. What task I'm doing? I am doing free to play stage 2, part 2, catch 2 fish weighing over 1 kilo at Mosquito on float. Which I think this task will get considerably easier once it's nighttime. Like, I think you'd have a hard time not completing it at nighttime. But during the day, a little RNG dependent, the right perch or chub or eyed or something like that coming in, you could get a big crucian gibble, but I feel like during the day, those are a little more rare. We need to check the random, like, cafe orders here at Mosquito before we sell fish. Also probably ought to check bait fish for perch maybe in case we do something weird later. I don't know what challenges would need bait fish, but just in case. You can do Xander and white. Okay, there you go. So we probably ought to just check crucian gibble, perch, bait fish before we sell fish or cafe them, just in case. All right, that's getting there. What is that, like 600 or 700 grams? 760. That's getting there. Trophy bluegill. There you go, Thomas the Tank Engine. Coming in here with a trophy bluegill, 1.2 kilos. Oh, that's a good thing. Like, will we catch a trophy during these challenges? That would be fun. Actually, are there any trophy challenges? Sometimes there are, right? Or is that just on the anniversary one? Yeah, that Moscow worm, better bite rate than anything else we've got in the water. That definitely like cuts into your profit, but it's actually really cool to notice this, how active this Moscow worm is, even with a pretty large hook. It's like outpacing everything else significantly. What time of day was it? It is going to be no problem getting the Crucian Gibble 1 kilos once it's nighttime. There's 2 trophies? Okay, there you go. It's not going to be a problem at all. We can use any of these baits and probably get it done. So like I could throw wet red worm in. I do think worms are a good idea during the day. I think at night, a lot of times you're better going with some of the dough stuff. But again, any of these baits are going to probably work pretty quick at night. Holy cow, all 3 are getting nibbles at the same time. Oh, you've been doing it right now. Okay, I'll switch. I'm not going to switch my Moscow, but I'll switch the other 2. Or one of the other 2, or something. Moscow's killing it, though. Bite rate-wise. What size hook are you using? Oops. Size 4. I'm going to copy you to the T. Down to the tea you're drinking. Oh, red worm's already getting a nibble too. Yeah, worms. During the day, use worms. During the night, use dough. That used to be my rule when I would do leveling stuff, but I've kind of forgotten about it until seeing this. All right, first fish on red worm. That's the thing. You're also going to get nice perch. You kind of have a way of doing it. Two different options there. I think they've slowed down the current and winding. It seems slower. Oh, interesting. That would be an interesting change. All right. Come on. Come on, Moscow. Show us how it's done. Ooh, that's a nice fatty. But it's more like 600, I think. Okay, 923. I'm so good at this game. But not quite there. Oh, there goes red worm. False alarm. $9.23, huh? I'm convinced if we put Moscow on all 3, well, first of all, it might be hard to keep up with, but I think we'd have the results we were looking for. Sounds like red worm's working good too, though. Oof. Now a fatty gibble. Moscow's just flirting with it. Oh my goodness, we got a card. Did I hear that sound? That was the sound of a cod. All right, this is on whatever this is. Cottage cheese dough or something? Oh my goodness. Get off of this. Did he self-hook? No, of course not. We just missed a fish. Moscow is too fast almost. I can't even freaking pull the fish in without Moscow going off again. Are you from Boston? Yes, I am. Got my cod. Got to sell that cod. I think we've got all the gibble cods we need. Perch it up. Oh my goodness. It is unreal. Okay, there we go. 1.179 came in on the Moscow variation of the worm, but just use worms during the day, doughy stuff at night. You're going to hit it whether you want to or not. It's inevitable. It's an inevitable one. Oh, red worm's making a push. Red worm's making a push. Oh, no, it's perch. Never mind. Yeah, good call, Cassavir. The Moscow worm comes through again. Definitely. When the new worms came out, it was like the early one to me that just felt like the best. But I don't know if that's necessarily true, but that's just how it felt in the very beginning. And cottage cheese dough gets a nice crucian right here at the end. Okay, so let's just check our, before we go to the final part of this, let me just check our baits, our live bait real quick. Bait fish. What might we have? I think I've sold all of the old stuff. We have no perch in all of that? Wow. Goodness. We have a single crucian. Single crucian. Okay. Got it. All right, what's the final part of part 2? I think it has to do with the gizzards maybe. Perch, we would have gotten there eventually. Perch, we would have gotten there eventually. And Chinese sleeper, same thing. Gibble, probably worth it. Thank you, Cafe. And let's just go ahead and sell our fish. 87. Okay. So I'm pretty sure the final part of this part 2 is going to be at Elk. And the intel that we got was, I think it was red worm. Red worm. So we are on free to play stage 2 part 3. Catch a big gizzard. It's basically what we need to do right now. What we need to do right now. All right, hate to interrupt the, but 1 second, I'll be right back. After we finish this, third part of stage 2, I am going to take just like a couple minute break, just clear my head a little bit. Can't believe we're about to do more float fishing. How did you do warmouth? Deriza, I did warmouth on Nightcrawler. Second float fish at Mosquito was at the Crucian Gibble spot, 87 or whatever it is, steelhead over the boat. 84, 83 for Gizzard. That's a different spot. This seems to work too, but we'll see. If it doesn't, I'll move. If it doesn't move, I'll move. If it doesn't work, I'll move, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so we want to go size 16, 45 depth, I think is what we were using. That's the wrong, that is the wrong equipment, chat. And this one, size 16. I think technically we're supposed to use red worm on both. I think I was getting a little tricky with the other one. Oh my goodness. It's gone, chat. Just ran away from us. What is this? Imagine that was a gizzard. A trophy might break our line, actually. On the bluegill? Maybe not. So what are we doing, 45? 45 seems to be working pretty good. So you catching gizzard on, is it red ear? You catching gizzard on Nightcrawler as well? Is that what you're telling us? Red worm. And, oh wait, but I have to do size 12, huh? Maybe I'll eventually get it. 12 red worm Nightcrawler. Can't find it. There it is. Is it too heavy? Nope, we're good. Oops. Size 8. Daggum. Gizzards are tiny. Right? Maybe you do it faster because you just get the big one. And so that might be the thing about the other spot you were giving us. Maybe it's just gizzard. How big is it got to be? 400? Because there's going to be a lot of bike and a lot of off bycatch or whatever here, right? I see you swimming away with my bait. What are you? That's another gizzard. 458. Two out of 7, 6 out of 21. For completing the stage, have some chocolate on us. Metropolia dark chocolate. All right. So our gizzard, 400 gram plus gizzard, came in at 45 depth, 45 centimeter depth, red worm and red worm. So try red worm. Well, that was easy, huh? That was easy. All right, I'm going to step away for a second, but let's see what's next, just so I can be thinking about what's next. So we have finished stage 1 and stage 2. I guess I need to clip it up real quick. Stage 3, we're going to be going to winding to find a bream. Oh crap, what time of day is it? All right, I need to come back pretty quickly so that we can have a little overnight. Let me know if you know of a good spot at winding for the bream. I'll be right back, folks. Just give me a couple minutes here.